Hello, and welcome to the 9th episode of Virtual Weaponry. I'm XNGA Alpha, and I will be your host. In this episode, we'll be looking at the SMAW. The SMAW, or Shoulder Launched Multi-Purpose Assault Weapon, is an American launcher manufactured by Tally Defense Systems. However, its design traces back to the Israeli B-300. The original B-300 was designed in the 1970s, however the SMAW was first introduced and has been in service since 1984. The SMAW fires a number of 83mm rocket variants, including HEDP, HEAA, and the SMAW-NE. The high explosive dual purpose rocket is effective against targets such as bunkers, masonry, concrete walls, and light armour. It has a special switch at the tip of its nose, known as a crush switch, that allows it to distinguish between hard and soft targets, resulting in higher penetration through soft targets for increased damage potential. The high explosive anti-armour rocket is effective against most tanks without additional armour, and makes use of a standoff rod on the detonator, allowing the explosive force to be focused on a single point for maximum damage against armoured targets. The Novel explosive rocket is effective against caves and bunkers, as it uses a thermobaric warhead that produces an overpressure wave capable of collapsing a lightly constructed building. Although it has been in service since 1984, the SMAW has appeared more often in games set in the near future, including Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and Battlefield 3. Modern Warfare 3 was where I and the rest of NGA encountered the SMAW for the first time, as well as where it cemented its legacy as a favourite of the clan. While there were many choices of launchers in Modern Warfare 3, the SMAW was the most versatile, offering both free fire and lock-on modes, whereas the rest of the launchers only really offered one or the other. The feature that really attracted NGA though? Its accuracy. As opposed to the conventional RPG rocket of COD, which spirals out of control as soon as it leaves the launcher, the SMAW's rockets were near dead-on accurate. Wherever you were looking is where the rocket would go. This led to constant goals of trying to get headshots with the SMAW, which is totally possible in Modern Warfare 3. The downside though, is low damage. Unfortunately, the Modern Warfare 3 SMAW didn't possess a large blast radius, meaning that if you aim to kill someone, you pretty much need to aim directly at them. Or a car, or barrel, or any other environmental hazard for that matter. Still, the incredible accuracy began a legacy for this weapon in NGA, which carried over to Black Ops 2. It's safe to say that pretty much the whole of NGA was excited for the SMAW's return in Black Ops 2, and we weren't disappointed. Sort of. Unfortunately, it didn't return with its dead-eye accuracy, meaning that long shots were a long shot. However, it did have somewhat of a damage boost, meaning that, unlike Modern Warfare 3, if the rocket landed close to your target, there was a better chance of it killing them. This made it more of a close-range weapon than the sniper it used to be, which was good enough of a reason for the clan to continue using the SMAW. Fortunately, it also returned with its hybrid fire mode, meaning that it was still as versatile as before, being able to take out both infantry and score streaks. In addition, the way that the scavenger perk worked meant that rockets could now be replenished, provided that the enemy had been killed via a non-explosive weapon, which meant that the SMAW could have an extended use past the first rocket. While headshots were no longer possible, the increased damage, replenishment, and addition of camos meant that the SMAW was still a trusted ally of NGA. Unfortunately, the SMAW in Battlefield 3 isn't exactly as versatile as its COD counterparts. Unlike the other SMAW incarnations, this version isn't able to lock onto aircraft, however, this is clearly down to balancing issues. It is also only available when playing as a US engineer. Aside from these issues though, the SMAW in Battlefield 3 is just as fun to use. Like Modern Warfare 3, it has brilliant accuracy, travelling in whatever direction you aim it. However, you do need to take gravity into account. It also comes with a decent number of rockets that can be increased further with use of the explosive specialisation. Unlike COD however, the SMAW in Battlefield does have some additional uses, including destroying tanks and eliminating pesky walls. Helicopters can also be taken out when the SMAW is used correctly. Across each game, the SMAW lives up to its name as a multi-purpose weapon. Therefore, there are a number of ways to use it, however, it is also quite limited in ammunition, meaning that you can't really nail down a specific playstyle for the SMAW, only how and when you decide to use it. As a launcher, its primary purpose is eliminating vehicles, whether it be tanks, helicopters, UAVs, you get the picture. In addition, NGA like to use this weapon to take out infantry, and it's quite often that competitions will arise to see who can get the most brutal kill of the SMAW. Why do I like the SMAW? More like why does NGA like the SMAW? In simple terms, NGA like to cause explosions, and we won't often question a random explosion, no matter what game we're playing. As for what caused the explosion, there's a good chance it was probably a SMAW. Being a launcher is a good enough reason for NGA to like the SMAW, but the pure accuracy in Modern Warfare 3 is what drew us to it. It's even found its place as part of NGA's emblem. So, whether you're going for headshots, double kills, or tank extermination, just remember, the great things can come in small packages. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join me next time when I cover the first special weapon of the series, a bladed weapon used by those who work in the dark to serve the light. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you later.